In the shadowed corners of history and scripture lies a name that echoes with dread and mystery. Azazel. Some say he was an angel who fell into darkness. Others claim he was a demon who walked among men. And some whisper that he is still here, watching, waiting, bound between heaven and earth. Tonight, we journey into the forgotten history of Azazel, a name feared, cursed, and hidden for centuries. In the Hebrew Bible, the name Azazel appears only in Leviticus 16 during the ritual of the Day of Atonement. 2 goats were chosen, one for the Lord and one for Azazel. The goat for the Lord was sacrificed. The goat for Azazel was driven into the wilderness, cast away into the desert, carrying the sins of Israel. But who or what was Azazel? A place in the desert? A demon awaiting the goat? Or a fallen angel demanding sacrifice? The mystery begins here. Ancient Jewish texts outside the Bible, especially the Book of Enoch, give Azazel a much darker identity. Azazel is named as one of the leaders of the Watchers, angels who descended to earth. These angels, according to legend, took human wives, fathered the giant Nephilim, and corrupted humanity. But Azazel's crime was even greater. He is said to have taught men the art of warfare, the making of swords, knives, and shields. To women, he revealed the secrets of cosmetics, jewelry, and enchantments, knowledge that twisted the innocence of mankind into pride, vanity, and bloodshed. And for this, Azazel was condemned. According to Enoch, God commanded the archangel Raphael to seize Azazel, bind him hand and foot, and cast him into the desert wilderness, a place of jagged rocks and burning sands. There he was imprisoned, covered in darkness, until the day of judgment. The desert becomes a key part of Azazel's story. The wilderness, in many traditions, was seen as a place of chaos, demons, and exile. When the goat was driven out to Azazel, it symbolized returning evil back to the place it came from. But some rabbis whispered that the goat was not just abandoned, it was delivered to him. Some traditions say priests pushed the goat over a cliff, ensuring it would not return. Others claim that Azazel himself devoured the sins placed upon it, a ritual, not just of purification, but of appeasement. Before we continue, just a small favor: like, share, and subscribe. It only takes a second, but it means the world and keeps this journey alive. Among the Dead Sea Scrolls, Azazel appears again. In the Book of the Giants and other fragments, he is portrayed as a powerful force of evil, ruling in the desert wastelands. He is opposed by angelic beings who battle for the fate of mankind. To the ancient sects at Qumran, Azazel was not just myth. He was the enemy of God's people, the shadow in the wilderness, the corrupter of the earth. Some scholars argue that the very ritual of the scapegoat was not just symbolic, but an ancient spiritual warfare against Azazel himself. In later Christian writings, Azazel fades, but traces remain. Some church fathers equated him with Satan himself. Others saw him as one of the generals of hell, a tempter and corrupter of souls. In Islamic tradition, Azazel is sometimes linked to the figure of Iblis, though interpretations differ. Some Muslim scholars describe Azazel as an angel who fell after refusing to bow to Adam. Others see him as a jinn, a being once pure, who fell through pride, teaching forbidden knowledge, and chained in the desert of eternity. Beyond religion, Azazel became a symbol of exile, sin, and forgotten knowledge. The scapegoat ritual lives on in modern language. To scapegoat someone is to place guilt upon them and cast them out. Azazel represents more than just a fallen angel. He embodies the darkness we bury, the sins we try to banish, the wilderness inside every human soul. The name Azazel appears in occult texts, literature, and even modern entertainment. In mystic circles, he is sometimes invoked as a teacher of forbidden wisdom, much like Prometheus who gave fire to mankind. In pop culture, Azazel is reimagined as a demon, a villain, or a dark trickster. But perhaps the most haunting thought is this: if Azazel was truly bound, is he still there, buried beneath the desert stones, waiting for the day when the chains will break? The history of Azazel is not one story, but many threads woven through scripture, legend, and myth. A scapegoat in the desert, a fallen angel bound in darkness, a corrupter of mankind, a symbol of exile and sin. Who was Azazel? A demon? An angel? Or the shadow of our own darkness? The desert wind still carries his name, but the answer remains. Your presence here means more than you know. Stories like these are not just words, they are echoes of the past, carried forward by those who choose to listen. By watching, you've already kept this mystery alive. But if you want to walk further on this path with us, like this video, share it with others who are drawn to the unknown, and subscribe so that the next chapter will find you. Together, we will keep the hidden stories of history from ever being forgotten.